Good morning, grade 10s. I'm going to give you guys a few more minutes because I see some people in the live and you haven't joined Blackboard yet. So just make sure that you are in both, you guys. Good morning. But come on into Blackboard, give me a green check mark just so I know that you are ready to start. We've got a few little housekeeping things that we need to do before we get into the nitty-gritty of today's class, all right? So give me those green check marks, you guys. I'm sure, Kaylin, you have given me a green check mark, but you're, oh, maybe not. There's just way too many brackets to even like, every day, Slade, every day, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. My participant box just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Perfect. Now, Jess, are you, Miss Mac and I can't remember, are you back down with your dad right now? Can you just let me know? Or are you still in Kelowna right now? All right, good. Jocelyn, Caitlin, if you're there. Hopefully your and Sean's Wi-Fi is a little bit better today. Okay, awesome. Thanks, Jess. Christiana, if you're there, give me those green check marks. So you guys, it was so hard to teach yesterday with you guys and science going on here down at McWilliams. Did you guys have so much fun? That was crazy. There was a lot of balloon popping. There was lots of screaming. Perfect. There's Belle. It looked like you guys were having a lot of fun. I wanted to join in. I wish I didn't have to teach. It was cool. Good. I'm glad. Oh, really? Lindsay, did Miss Mac tell you the story behind the colored flames? No, I didn't see the flames because that's the one where you guys went outside, right? With the blowtorch? Yeah, Miss Mac, yes, about her husband. She almost burnt her husband to the ground. Practicing on him. Oh, good. I'm glad she shared that. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got a couple of things to do before we actually get into the final major project for our critical thinking skills unit, all right? So I'm actually going to escape out of this and go to the homeroom because this is where I need to be. I've got a couple of announcements. We'll go over the calendar and then I'll go back to the homeroom. Because you guys, the last time I saw you guys was at the Experience OC, right? So that was amazing. I don't know about you guys. I love those sessions. Every session that I go to, okay, I did walk out. I tried, Caitlin T, I tried so hard. I was going to go with you. Yeah, Alyssa, that's totally fine. Just make sure you come back and watch the recording and stuff, okay? And get caught up. Caitlin T, I tried so hard to sit with you in that first one, but as soon as that prof said economics, I was out. Which makes me so happy I made the correct decision. Because then I went next door to the history, and it was phenomenal. No problem, Jocelyn. That's okay. Yeah. Yeah, and then I went to a session. Me and Miss Mac actually went by ourselves with none of our students. We went to the culinary arts and we got a tour of the kitchens and all of those. And we got a free meatball. It was delicious. Yeah, it was really good. Okay. Perfect. Belle, that's awesome. That's good. And yeah, I knew, Caitlin, that you had enjoyed the sociology one. Perfect. All right, so this is the calendar for the next couple of weeks here, you guys. So we are today on what, the 20th. So it looks like you guys have some drama lessons this afternoon, I'm assuming with Mr. Fender. Oh, it'll probably be here, right, you guys? Yes, because remember that it's here now, right? Which reminds me it's going to be super loud here this afternoon then. All right. So make sure if you signed up and you cannot make it, take your name off that list. All right. Because this is a waitlisted activity that Mr. Fender really does like to invite those people on the wait list if there's room. Okay. So that's a big thing. You got science tomorrow, you guys. Socials on Friday. There's no school, right? There's usually no school for you, but now there's absolutely no school. It's a Pro D day, right? So there's going to be no activities or anything that day. All right. Now, because of my schedule, you guys, and because of that Pro D, the following week, that end of February, beginning of March, we have the exact same schedule as this week. Okay. So don't think it flips. Monday, you have science. Okay. And then you've got socials, and then you'll have science, so on and so forth, right? For the rest of the week. So if I go to March real quick, we'll just take a look. Oh yeah, and then Thursday. Oh, I think that's what we were doing, right? Yes. Thursday, you guys, has Miss Mac talked to you guys about the KSS lab? I'm assuming she has, right? Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, so there will be no social studies that day. Right? So it's going to go science on Monday, socials on Tuesday, science Wednesday, and science Thursday. You're going to have a science heavy load that week. Okay. But this is going to be fun, you guys. Okay. You actually get to go see a science lab at KSS. Those of you that know Mr. Borden get to go visit with Mr. Borden again, right? It'd be super cool to see him. And then that's it. And then you get to do a tour of KSS as well. All right, and I think Miss Wood's going with you as well. And then Friday, it looks like we're on to swimming at H2O. Yay, that'll be fun. All right, so that's the announcements. Now, the other thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about in the homeroom, those of you that went to OC, okay, that I don't know, Caitlin, probably, right? I'm assuming. I don't know, Caitlin. Maybe ask Miss Mac about that one, okay? So in the homeroom, all right, you guys, can you, I don't want you to do this now, but after class or when I give you some work time, you can go back to this. Those of you that participated in the Experience OC, this is in the homeroom. This is not in social studies. This is right above the calendar, right, you guys, in the homeroom. Okay, there's a link here for your feedback, okay, for the OC field trip. So the college actually likes to hear back from the students. So can you guys take like 10 minutes when I give you some work time, okay, and you guys can get that done, okay? Oh, it always asks what school you're from, right? Caitlin, you can just put blended learning middle or central. I think they actually kind of know. They're pretty good at that. All right. We're pretty close with the guy who runs Experience OC. So take 10 minutes and fill that out for me, you guys, once I give you some work time. All right. So I'm going to head into where we are going today. Yay! We get to start the actual project. All right. Okay, thanks, Caitlin. No problem. Okay, so we're actually starting to think about our coin design. All right, you guys. You have come up with your top 5 events, significant events that have occurred in Canada between 1960 and 1985, right? Your list might be the class list that we came up with. It might be completely different. It might be in a different order, right? I do want it ranked, okay? So just be aware of that. I want your list ranked from the most important to the least important out of your 5, okay, when you submit your assignment, your final assignment. Now, so to start, because we're going to, remember at the very beginning, you guys, I said we're going to design some coins based on the top 5 events, right, that have occurred. So here we go. Now we need to actually start about looking at coins and iconic images. Because really, when we look at coins, there's always something on the coin that represents, right, what Canada or a significant event has occurred that they want to commemorate, right? So that's what we're going to look at today. So in the room chat, okay, this is what I want you to do. I want you, this is just to get our brains started in thinking about what is an iconic image. What is the most iconic image that represents Canadian hockey? When you think Canadian hockey, what image do you think fits the best with Canadian hockey? Is it the Stanley Cup? Is it an outdoor ice rink? Or is it the Gretzky jersey? Oh, and look at you guys came up with a fourth one. Look at you people. I was expecting you to just pick one of my images. Okay, and that's totally fine. So now tell me why. Okay, so explain your choice in the room. And I'm just gonna, here guys, I'm gonna get out of here because now that we've seen this, I just wanna bring up here. Okay. Just let me fix this bit so we can see it better. There we go. All right. Emily, that's pretty self-explanatory. Hey? I like that answer. That's true. You can't. It'd be pretty hard to kick a puck on ice. You could. All right. So a stick might be another option, right? You're getting the idea. Nice. Yes. Good. Oh, I like that bell. Yeah, and maybe Jess, the ice rink even has a more broad. Like I think when we think, you know, the hockey jersey or the Stanley Cup, we really think NHL, right? But if you think the outdoor ice rink, it's more nostalgic and it's like more like, you know, families. That's where like originally hockey started, right? Yeah, right, Sean? And that's kind of what I was saying. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Good. So, ladies and gentlemen, now, okay, so we're getting an idea of what an iconic image actually is, right, you guys? It's really that symbol that really represents that event or that person or whatever it is that we're trying to portray on a coin. So now let's acquire some knowledge. These images are actually also in the assignment. So whichever's easiest for you guys to view, right? Whichever one is easiest for you guys to view, and then we'll just do it into the room chat as well. So what is the iconic symbol that's being represented in these coins? And what do the following commemorative coins depict? Absolutely, good. So you right away, you know that it's Superman, right? Either you recognize him that is depicted on a bunch of them, or at least the Superman symbol, right? The big S in the triangle, right? So definitely you can see that there's some iconic symbols there. This actually does come from the Canadian Mint. Do you guys know? What do you think this is depicting? Do you know what event this is associated with? No. Can we take a guess? Why would we have coins with Superman? Okay, so it might be a superhero day because they like it. There's just some guy working at Making coins, right, Angelina? He's like, I love Superman. I'm just going to make some Superman coins. Okay. True. Superman is awesome. Okay. We're getting close, Caitlin T. There is a celebration. There's a celebration around it. He is one of the most iconic superheroes for sure. Superman Day. Comic Day. Good guesses. Those are great guesses, ladies and gentlemen. It's to celebrate Superman's 75th anniversary. So close though, Caitlin. Right? Yeah. Okay. So it's to celebrate Superman's 75th anniversary. Now, I don't know if I actually know the event around all these coins, but hopefully we'll see if I can remember. Oh, there you go, Slade. Look at that. Slade, a wealth of knowledge. I know, Caitlin, he will always look better than us. Yeah, right, Emily? Yeah, he's been around for a long time. Very long time. All right. So you can see, right? And there was a set of these coins, obviously. Okay. Okay, here's the next one. What is this iconic symbol? And then what do you think it is depicting? Ooh, this is a tricky one. Yeah, so you're right there, Lindsay. Absolutely. Yep. Yep. You guys got that down. The Queen. It is not a bakery, but good try, Caitlin. Good. Those are some good guesses. Her coronation. Interesting. Good. Nice, Kaylin. Oh, from her wedding? Good, because that might be Jess. That's a really good guess too, right? Because of the man beside her. Yep. I'm just going to bring this up, you guys, again. Yeah. So those are some good guesses, you guys, because now you're actually, you're using the context of what those images are to look at and pull out some information, right? Yes. So maybe it was one of her birthdays. Yes, absolutely, Belle. Oh, interesting, Jess. Does anybody watch The Crown? That's a good mini-series that you guys should watch. It's all about Queen Elizabeth. Yes. Belle, do you enjoy it? It is a very good little series. All right. Back to the coin. And off the top of my head, you guys, I can't remember. I think it was depicting, I'm just going to go back to the image. There was, I think it was one of her first trips over here. I want to say over to actual Canada, and that's what this was depicting. Okay, it was one of her first trips into Canada. That's what this commemorative coin was based on. Okay, all right. What about this one? I love this one. It's so pretty. What do you guys think? Look at the images. Yeah, obviously there's a turtle. Luna, good pickup. Yeah, you can really get that sense of a First Nations feel, right? With the artwork. Yeah. So now, what do you think? This may not be a specific event per se, but what do you think that this coin kind of symbolizes? So we can see that there's some hands with some different animals with the First Nations. Good, Belle. Love of nature. Again, I'm just going to bring up the chat here. Caring for all creatures. Okay. Good. Good, Sean. Yeah, and how those are intertwined. Right? Good. Nice, you guys. Good. So like I said, we're going to actually come back to this coin design at the end of the lesson. So you'll see where I came from with that one. I just, at first when I chose it, I just thought it was like really pretty. I thought it was a really cool design. And then I actually did find the story behind this coin. So I'm going to show that. Okay. No problem, Jocelyn. Just make sure you go back and watch the recording. All right. What about this one? What's the iconic symbol? Oh, Belle, I may have a few of those. Good. Look at you guys. You just pick up on that. You just know, right? Right? The pink ribbon, right? Breast cancer awareness. Okay. And obviously that's what it's depicting as well, right? Obviously. I love how you guys. Nice, Emily. All right. This one I found super interesting as well, this design. Really take a look at this design. What are you guys thinking about this one? Yeah. Yeah, Dean, definitely. There's that First Nations feel again because of the canoe, right? Maybe something with the fur trade. Good, Luna. That might be a good guess. It does, Belle, because that's probably what it's worth. What about, like, look at the actual canoe, you guys, but look at the crystal clear water. Is the reflection the same? Right? Ooh. Yeah, there we go, Lindsay. That's where I'm thinking this was going, right? Remembering your past, right? Absolutely, and where you came from, right? And I do think Dean hit it as well with that, a little bit of that First Nations feel as well with the canoe. Yeah, I thought that one was super cool. I liked that one. That was probably actually one of my favorite ones. All right. So I think I have a couple more. Yep. And look what I found. I think it was Belle. It was like, oh, yes. This was actually another set that was made, right, you guys? So this was the Olympics. Yeah, you guys have it. But do you guys see the difference between them? Yeah, Belle, usually probably every Olympics, they'll come out with a set of commemorative coins, right? Absolutely. Yeah, so I believe like the left one, the middle ones, and the right ones, they're the same ones, like they're the same design, just one has either maybe one's the front or the back, and on one side there's the red leaf, right? The Canadian leaf. But yeah, these were the top 3 moments during the Olympics. Okay, that's the kind of what they came up with. These were the top 3. That's why you can see, right? It's I can't even say it, men's hockey, women's hockey, and then Cindy Klassen, right? With the skating. All right. So good. Now, what I want to do is I want you to now, you will probably have to go into the assignment, you guys, so that you can actually look at the coins again. All right. And what I want you to do is I want you to take those 6 or 7 coins. I can't remember exactly how many I just showed you guys. Rank the order of designs. Okay, so you're not ranking them on, you know, the event per se, the importance of the event. Really, you're looking at like how effective were they? Were the iconic symbols really matching what the event was about? That sort of thing. And I want you to rank the order from the most effective to the least effective. And really think about the reasons for your decisions. Okay? And I have a list here of like maybes to think about. Maybe because did it have a clearly recognizable figure? right? You guys right away picked up on the queen, right? You knew that it was Superman, okay? And you got to think that were the images large enough to be recognizable when they are reduced to the size of a, a loonie, right? Did it capture the important features of the event, right? Of the impact of the event or the actual details of the event? Yes, they did, Caitlin. Is it aesthetically pleasing? Okay, it's not cluttered. Is there a sense of balance? And did it evoke strong sentiments of the event? So did it have that iconic image? Does it prompt you to really think about that event and the lasting impact that it had on Canada? Okay, yeah, Sean, great question. No idea. All right, so I'm gonna give you guys, say, 5 minutes to do that by yourself, okay? So just on a piece of paper, okay? You just have to do it, right? Piece of paper, on a Word doc, wherever, just so you can refer back to it when we get back into partners, okay, to share, right? So let's take 5 minutes. Go ahead, you guys, and just personally do this yourself, all right? Go ahead, you guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, come on back to Blackboard, you guys. Give me those green check marks just so I know that you are up and running and listening and you can hear me. Perfect. All right, and I'm just looking, and looks like Jess is on her computer or on her phone, you guys. So if you're paired with Jess, you will have to stay in the main room to do your chat, okay, if you don't mind. All right. Looks like Dean is still away. I love how you guys are already raising your hands. Oh, no, Dean's back. Okay, good. Raise your hands, you guys. Christiana, if you're there, give me those green check marks, you guys, and raise your hands so that we can partner up to share what you guys came up with. All right. All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna share your list from 1 to 7 or 1 to 6, however many there were, you guys, and just explain why. Why did you rank them that way? Okay, perfect. Thanks, Caitlin. All right, so here we go. Okay, so Caitlin T, you are gonna go with Slade. Sean, you're gonna go with Maddie. Bryn, you are gonna go with Caitlin P. Jess is gonna go with Lindsay. Okay. Emily, you are gonna go with Jocelyn. Kaylin, you are gonna go with Dean. Angelina, you're gonna go with Luna. And then Christiana, you and Belle. That worked out perfect. All right. Okay, so go ahead, you guys. I'm gonna give you, yeah, Jocelyn, so close, right? I tricked them today. All right, so I'm gonna give you guys another, let's go, I wanna make sure that you guys really share. Let's go 5 minutes, okay? So that we can get into the meat and bones of what we need to do here today. So 5 minutes, you guys, to discuss with your partners. Perfect. All right, I don't want to rush your guys' conversations, so just finish up what you were chatting about. And just from watching your guys' individual conversations, I honestly don't think anybody had the same list. No problem, Christiana, okay? I don't think anybody had the same list. All right, so everybody's was super different, and all because you guys thought of the importance of different things were more important, right? Oh, interesting. Which two though, Caitlin? Were like your first two the same? Or was it further down the list? That would be an interesting. Oh, your first two. So I'm just gonna pick on you, Caitlin and Bryn. Why did you guys choose those first two? What stood out to you so much that you thought those two were the best designed coins? Good, so that color, right, Caitlin? That pop of color, okay? Yeah, and then again, Bryn, so that visual appeal, right? Those are super important. And yes, that's same as the Cancer one, right? That's what I found too. There was, if there's a pop of color, it is kind of nice to see that, right? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so with that being said, you guys, really, we want to make sure that you do take these into consideration, right? You know, we talked about that recognizable figure or that recognizable image, that recognizable symbol, right? A lot of you thought that the breast cancer one was super easy, right? Everybody knows that the pink ribbon is breast cancer, right? Everybody knew and picked up that it was the queen, right? Right? Because of her hairstyle, maybe because of what she was wearing, right? That sort of thing. Everybody picked up obviously right away that it was Superman. Okay? Pretty easy. So you got to think about that when you're looking at your design for your coins, for those events. Are there some recognizable symbols? Are there some recognizable people that you might be able to use to put on your coins? Okay? Did it capture the importance of the event, right? Did it capture that it was the 75th anniversary of Superman? That's what they were celebrating, right? Wasn't too obvious, right? Because you guys didn't pick up on it right away, right? That sort of thing. So you want to make sure that that your coin really picks up on that event, okay? You guys think that this is super important. It's that aesthetic pleasing factor, right? It needs to be visually appealing. Does that, maybe it has a pop of color. Make sure it's not cluttered. It has a sense of balance, right? And then obviously it evokes strong sentiments. I think that's why you guys really like the Olympics ones as well, right? It has that sense of, it brings Canada together, right? And you can really recognize the importance that the Olympic Games has for Canada, right? All right, so this is what I want you to be careful of, okay? There are some potential controversies surrounding iconic images, and you need to be careful of these. You need to think about this, okay? In 2007, the Royal Canadian Mint actually released a $20 silver coin to commemorate the 125th anniversary of the International Polar Year. The coin depicted Arctic explorer Martin Frobisher, right? So you can see him, see the coin up in the top right-hand corner there, you guys? That's him, the big head. That's the explorer. There's an Inuit kayaker. You guys can see the kayaker. A polar bear, a sailing ship, and there's other images that are in there, right? The inclusion of the image of an Inuit kayaker, though, was disturbing to many in the Inuit community because it was reminiscing of the kidnapping that Frobisher actually did during his expedition Okay, so during his search of the Northwest Passage, he actually captured an Inuit man to force him to help him, right? And when he was released, okay, the Inuit man actually died in Europe. Okay, so there's this feeling of that resentment, right? Okay, so what I want to ask you is, do you think that they have a true complaint here? Like, should the Inuit be upset with this coin? Okay. All right, so you can see, that there are potential consequences, right, of using specific certain iconic images. So that means that you need to make sure you really do your research around your events. Okay? So if you're not specifically clear, right, on the October crisis, but you think it's in your top 5, right, you need to make sure that you truly, maybe you need to do some more research, right, that sort of thing. Okay? Right? Or maybe, yeah, Belle, that's a great way to look at it too, right? Maybe it's bringing up that that's how they were treated. And I don't know, maybe this is a way of recognizing that, right? As well. That's a good way to think of it. I never even thought of that. Very interesting. This also really brought up images. Jess, we're going to get into that in a second, Kay. This is another one too, you guys. This reminds me a lot of like the sports teams, right? When you think of the images, the mascots, when you think of sports teams that are affiliated with their mascots, a lot of them, if you think about, the Atlanta Braves and their tomahawk chop, that's them, right? The tomahawk chop is the Atlanta Braves in baseball, you guys. I hope that's right. I know one of them has the Atlanta, right? But a lot of teams have, First Nations, American Native, right? Mascots or names, right? So, and now it's a big thing is, should they be renamed? Should we find a different mascot, right? All of those things. So that just brought up a little bit more of a recent example that I personally just connected with as well. We've got to be careful of the images that we use, right? Absolutely, Caitlin, they totally should. Okay, here's what we're going to do. So, Jess, this is getting back to your question now, okay? From your top 5 events, okay, I want you to take the top 3. Okay, so you're going to do 3 and design a commemorative coin for each event. Okay, now make sure that you can search the internet for print resources, right? For powerful, iconic images to represent that chosen event. Okay, now I know not all of you are super creative. Like, I know of myself, if I was a student right now, I would be freaking out because I would be like, oh my God, Miss Ward's asking me to draw something. I can't draw. And it's going to be horrible. And it's going to be like a stick figure, right? Don't freak out, okay? You can. If your strength is creating and designing or painting, whatever it is, do it. Draw your own design. Fantastic. For those of you like me, I can't draw, okay? You can make a collage with magazine images, right? Try that. Go find some images and make a collage in a coin. It does not, you guys, this is the other thing. This is just your rough draft. You do not have to actually have a coin-sized figure, okay? Does that make sense? Like, you can do it on an 8x11 piece of paper, okay? And it doesn't even have to be circular if you don't want it to, right? It's just got to be a representation, right, that could be transferred, okay? Yeah, square coins, we're going with it, Caitlin. Okay, you could also use a web tool to create an online image, right? Totally up to you, right? Or if you have another idea, pitch it to me, how you want to do it, Okay? Absolutely. So I'm open to ideas. Those are just 3 that I kind of just came up with off the top of my head. So if you're thinking of a different idea, please run it by me and I will be more than welcome. Okay? Now, here's your assessment. This is in the assignment, you guys. All right? It ties back in to what we talked about. Sure, Caitlin? Absolutely. Why not? Let's see what you can come up with. Okay? So it should have some sort of recognizable figure or symbol, I'm thinking, right? That sort of thing. Okay? You need to have some sort of important features. Okay? So are there some with the event? Is it visually appealing? Does it have the evocative images, that ties into your visual appeal as well? And is that balanced representation, right? Make sure that it's not going to offend some people. So think about all the different viewpoints of that event and make sure you're not going to, you're going to capture all the main perspectives. Okay? So that's the assessment. Okay, so I think that's where I'm going to stop. Now, I just want to let you guys know, I just want you guys to do a rough draft. Okay? This just has to be a rough draft. This is not your good copy that you're handing in yet. All right? So what I'm going to do is, because on next day that I see you guys, Thursday, I want you guys to do some peer assessment of your coins. All right? So I'm going to put in a discussion form, just like I did last time, and we'll upload those next class, just like we did before. Okay, and we'll put in our rough drafts and then I'll pair you guys up and you can do some online peer assessment of our rough drafts. Okay, so for Thursday, you do have to have 3 coins rough drafted out. Does that make sense? All right, make sure you take into consideration the criteria that I'm asking for you guys. Okay. Now, are we clear? Give me a green check mark if you are good, you understand what we are accomplishing. Awesome. Perfect. Perfect. Angelina, I can't see if you have a green check mark or not. No, you don't. Not yet. Lindsay, how are you? Caitlin T, are we good? Do you understand? Caitlin P, are you good? Maddie, Sean, give me green check marks, you guys, if you totally understand what we're doing. Okay? No, doesn't have to be super big either, Belle. No, if you want to do it, yeah, absolutely. Totally up to you. Okay, I'm just trying to not confine you, okay? Because watch, we're going to do a quick little reflection here, and you'll see actually how a coin design actually starts out, okay? So, Maddie, completely up to you. If you want to do a rough draft on paper, yep, and then when you're ready to upload it, you can just take a picture of it to upload it. Or if you're going to do a collage, you can make a rough draft of a collage, take a picture, upload it, right? That sort of thing. Yeah, that's probably the easiest thing to do, Maddie. All right. So before you guys leave, I do have a reflection before I go let you guys work for a bit. All right. Okay. So remember, see in the background of this video, you guys, remember that coin design? Okay. So this was actually, yes. So Dean, you're going to choose, say you chose Terry Fox. You're going to do a coin around Terry Fox Marathon of Hope. One coin will be Canada Day. Yeah, so you're doing 3 individual coins. Okay. All right, that makes sense? Perfect. Okay. I want you guys to go into the assignment and actually watch this video. Okay? Super cute. It's only a couple minutes long. No, Jocelyn, 3 coins, all different. So you're taking your top 3 events, okay? Terry Fox, Canada Day, and I don't even know, residential schools. You're going to do 1 coin for each of those, okay? So don't choose Terry Fox and give me 3 coins, okay? Does that make sense now, Jocelyn? perfect. Oh, Caitlin, you make me laugh. I'm going to get a whole whack load of coins with some like, you know, intermittent, like built-in Caitlin image. Okay, back on task here, people. Okay, I want you guys to watch this video, and it ties back into one of the coins that I showed you at the beginning of the lesson, and I want to know, were we right? Right? Because remember what we talked about with the turtle and the hands, right? Okay, so I think the video is only about 2 minutes long. So once you're done watching the video, I want you to give me a green check mark, and then were we right? Okay, so go ahead, you guys. 2 minutes to watch the video, and then come back into Blackboard and tell us were we right at the beginning of the lesson of what the coin represented. Okay, go ahead. All right, ladies and gentlemen, were we right? Were we right about our guess around this coin? Kind of, sort of, not quite. But I thought it was super cute. Like, I didn't even know when I chose this coin, you guys, to use as part of the Acquire the Knowledge, I actually didn't even know that it was designed by this little girl. Like, I just thought it was, I don't know. I didn't know what I thought. But yeah, there were elements that we sort of guessed, right? With the First Nations element and stuff like that, right? So good. I just wanted to share that with you because I thought she was super cute. So anyways, and you never know, you guys, every year the Canadian Mint actually hosts this competition, right? To design a coin, and you never know, maybe one of ours will be chosen. You never know. All right. So unless everyone puts Caitlin somewhere on it, then we could be in trouble. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today. I wanted to give you a little bit more time to actually go and start your rough drafts. So you've got about an hour and a half now to go and plan out your rough drafts. Your rough drafts of your coins must be done, all right, for next class, for Thursday, so that we can do some peer editing and go back and revise if need be. All right? So that's it. If you're clear, you are free to go. All right? Bye, you guys.